KaraokeBooks.
Candide. Audiobook. Written by Voltaire. Translated by Tobias Smollett.
Chapter 9. What happened to Cunegund, Candide, the Grand Inquisitor, and the Jew? This same Issachar was the most choleric little Hebrew that had ever been in Israel since the captivity of Babylon. "What," said he, "thou Galilean slut? The Inquisitor was not enough for thee, but this rascal must come in for a share with me?" In uttering these words, he drew out a long poniard, which he always carried about him, and never dreaming that his adversary had any arms, he attacked him most furiously. But our honest Westphalian had received from the old woman a handsome sword with the suit of clothes. Candide drew his rapier, and though he was very gentle and sweet-tempered, he laid the Israelite dead on the floor at the fair Cunegund's feet. "Holy Virgin!" cried she, "what will become of us? A man killed in my apartment! If the peace officers come, we are undone." "Had not Pangloss been hanged," replied Candide, "he would have given us most excellent advice, in this emergency, for he was a profound philosopher. But, since he is not here, let us consult the old woman." She was very sensible, and was beginning to give her advice, when another door opened on a sudden. It was now 1 o'clock in the morning, and of course the beginning of Sunday, which, by agreement, fell to the lot of my Lord Inquisitor. Entering, he discovered the flagellated Candide with his drawn sword in his hand, a dead body stretched on the floor, Cunegund frightened out of her wits, and the old woman giving advice. At that very moment, a sudden thought came into Candide's head. "If this holy man," thought he, "should call assistance, I shall most undoubtedly be consigned to the flames, and Miss Cunegund may perhaps meet with no better treatment. Besides, he was the cause of my being so cruelly whipped. He is my rival, and as I have now begun to dip my hands in blood, I will kill away, for there is no time to hesitate." This whole train of reasoning was clear and instantaneous, so that, without giving time to the Inquisitor to recover from his surprise, he ran him through the body, and laid him by the side of the Jew. "Here's another fine piece of work," cried Cunegund. "Now there can be no mercy for us, we are excommunicated, our last hour is come. But how could you, who are of so mild a temper, dispatch a Jew and an Inquisitor in 2 minutes' time?" "Beautiful maiden," answered Candide, "when a man is in love, is jealous, and has been flogged by the Inquisition, he becomes lost to all reflection." The old woman then put in her word. "There are 3 Andalusian horses in the stable, with as many bridles and saddles. Let the brave Candide get them ready. Madame has a parcel of moidores and jewels, let us mount immediately, though I have lost 1 buttock. Let us set out for Cadiz. It is the finest weather in the world, and there is great pleasure in traveling in the cool of the night." Candide, without any further hesitation, saddled the 3 horses, and Miss Cunegund, the old woman, and he, set out, and travelled 30 miles without once halting. While they were making the best of their way, the Holy Brotherhood entered the house. My lord, the Inquisitor, was interred in a magnificent manner, and Master Issachar's body was thrown upon a dunghill. Candide, Cunegund, and the old woman, had by this time reached the little town of Avicina, in the midst of the mountains of Sierra Morena, and were engaged in the following conversation in an inn, where they had taken up their quarters.
KaraokeBooks.